I'm just glad he's paying me because Mike is just a...
Rolling.
What? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's time for your weekly Fix the Funny. Can I get another one of these? I'm going to need this. I'm about to do this shit. So I'm okay, I swallowed it. So grab a cocktail, take those pants off, and treat yourself to the sexy bald man that makes you tingle in your special place. Woo! I'm wrong! Got my mind on my money, my money on my mind, bitch! I'm house announcer Chet Jackson, and it's time for the Me, Myself, and I show with Mike Betancourt! Are we done? Yes.
Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Ha! Yeah, She's not my mother, Todd. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I am your host, Mike Betancourt, with episode 130. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 133 episodes happening right here, right now, here on Me, Myself, and I. And I'm excited because it's Thursday. I love podcasting on Thursday. It's Friday Eve. It's almost Friday, and it's almost time for the weekend, and it's almost time to be quarantined on the weekend with you. Well, before I get started on the topics, we have a very, very, very fun show tonight. Not only is Dustin Wood back, but we have the very hilarious, he's from the original Latin Kings of Comedy. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joey Medina is here tonight, waiting in the green room, chilling, probably drinking because it's Thursday night, and he's a comic and we get drunk when we're not working. So let's keep going with the flow with that, because like I said, we're all quarantined. And Gavin Newsom, what I say, the Third Reich, Gavin Newsom, in Klaken, Schleppen, Schloppen, here in California. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Yes, I say don't go outside, don't eat with your family members at a restaurant. But what do? I do the exact same thing, the opposite. But Colonel Gavin Newsom says, yeah, because this Ukenschloppen is my California. Yeah. Did you guys see the video of him making a bullshit apology? He's like, I didn't know that we were going to be outside. He was doing like a Captain Kirk apology. Go back. I'm not going to play it right now, but just go back. It's on the internet. Everything's on the internet. I don't even know why I mentioned that. But anyways, go back. Got to adjust. Boom. Go back and just watch his bullshit apology. Well, I knew people were going to be there, but I didn't know it was that many people. First of all, it's a birthday party and you're the governor. Okay. If someone invites you to a birthday party, personally, to go see someone else's bullshit birthday party, there's going to be a lot of people there because they know you. Duh. Well, I didn't know people were going to be there inside and outside, but I will own up to my mistake and I'm sorry. Now back to California. Kloppen, kloppen, sloopin, sloopin. What's great though? The great thing that he says is that California is not allowed to have Thanksgiving. No Slopen Thanksgiving. 9. See your families and relatives. 9. Do I go to a fancy restaurant to see my friends and family? Yeah. But everyone else, 9. But you know what's great, ladies and gentlemen? It's great because the greatest thing about Thanksgiving, not having a Thanksgiving, is You don't have to see those terrible relatives anymore. You don't. For the first time in your Thanksgiving holiday career life, COVID gave you something. You don't ever, this is the one year you don't have to see that terrible relative that stresses you out when you're driving to someone else's house. You're like, oh man, is so-and-so going to be there? Oh, it's canceled. You don't have to see them. It's a Thanksgiving miracle. Skloppin', sloppin', sleepin', sloppin'. So thank you, Colonel Gavin Newsom. Yeah. Thank you for canceling Thanksgiving. Hey, speaking of Thanksgiving, I'm very thankful to have Dustin Wood, my correspondent. He is back live here. He didn't get a chance to make a Dustin Wood video, and I'm going to explain why. But you know what? Enough about me. Let's bring up our correspondent, Clappin' Dustin Wood. Yeah. All right, and here he is with Dustin Wood's Dustin's Thoughts. I didn't press the button. Dustin's Thoughts.
Oh, wow.
All right, hold on. I'm going to remove myself, and then you're going to go.
All right. So, I, too, am very happy.
Dustin's Thoughts.
He's back. He's back. I'm very happy that Thanksgiving has been canceled. Mostly because of what Mike said. I really don't want to see my Uncle Charlie. I don't need to meet with a guy twice a year so he can tell me that being a comedian makes me a queer. So I'm excited that I get to skip all of that. I'm also excited that I get to skip him and my Aunt Charlene having sex in our family house during Thanksgiving, because I don't know if you've ever heard Boston accents, but they're not the sexiest thing in the world. It's tough staying in the room next to them and trying to figure out which one is my aunt and which one is my uncle, because their accents are so thick, you know? No kid should ever have to hear the phrase, yeah, give me that baby batter. That's a weird thing. You shouldn't have to hear that. So I'm excited that Thanksgiving's canceled. I'm not excited that all my gigs are canceled. That wasn't fun. But I have been catching up on TV, which has been cool. And that's actually where my thoughts came from this week, Dustin's thoughts. I was watching the show The Mandalorian, the Star Wars show with Baby Yoda, and it got me thinking that maybe I should get my cousin pregnant, you know? I mean, not because she's like super attractive or anything like that. Mostly because I feel like inbreeding is the only way I'm going to have a kid that looks like Baby Yoda. So I'm excited about that. She's not, but you know, she lives in Siskiyou County. She doesn't have many options. So I'm kind of the best that you can get here. I'm a Siskiyou County 10. So that's my thoughts this week. I'm also drinking. So I'm glad that Mike gave us permission for that. I'm hoping the governor doesn't take alcoholism away. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long quarantine.
Okay, Mr. Pick Me Up, Dustin Wood, ladies and gentlemen. The very fun.
I'm the opposite of your energy.
The very fun, positive show. I gave him. He's like, oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, reality sucks. Just want to let you know. It's good to have you back, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to be back. I've missed you guys. It's been a couple weeks now.
I know, man. So you had a great show at Laughs last week, yeah?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun crowd. Someone threw a clown nose at me,
perfect.
Which was interesting. And a lady said it was the weirdest half compliment insult I've ever gotten. A lady said, "You look like John Wayne Gacy. That's hot."
Ugh.
Yeah.
She wants to eat someone's face with you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude,
right?
Thanks again for all this pick-me-up stuff, man. This is great.
Dude, hey, in my defense, you were comparing our governor to Hitler, so...
But I did it in a very fun way. Koppen, schloppen, schloopin, slopping, gleich, the Third Reich.
See, I feel like if Hitler would have had your energy, he maybe wouldn't have been as hated.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Right.
Well, dude, stick around, man. We got a great show. Mr. Joey Medina is here. He's chilling in the back or in the green room right now, Dude, he's been around for, I don't know, 20 plus
I'm
years.
excited, man. Like,
Very
I've
funny guy.
when YouTube first started, I was a big fan of his. Like, he does a lot of like prank phone. He had a lot of prank phone calls and stuff. And so I'm so excited to ask him about that stuff. He was doing some great stuff on YouTube. I'm excited for tonight, man. It's gonna be a good show.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate
no problem, man.
your very uplifting Dustin's thoughts.
It's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say it one more
saying
time.
I'm here to motivate.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I bring him up, I'm going to show you blah, 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 blah. I got tongue-tied when I was sounding German. Klocken. Anyways, keep going. I'm going to show you Joey's stand-up act, and then I'm going to bring him up. He's waiting right now. He's chilling. So here we go. Here is Mr. Joey Medina right here, coming up right here. His act. Booyah.
Good looking crowd, a lot of pretty girls here tonight. But my mom taught me well. I was raised by a single mother. She taught me all women are beautiful. There's something beautiful about all women. And I agree. I think there's something beautiful about all women, all right? It can be her smile, it can be her personality, it can be her sister. There's something beautiful. Maybe she's got a hot best friend, who knows? But there's something beautiful about every single woman on this planet. And I'm the kind of guy, I'd rather date a girl that works at the 99-cent store than a girl that works in Nordstrom's. And not that I'm trying to keep it real, it's just, I don't want my girlfriend meeting somebody better than me at work. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if she works at Nordstrom, she can leave me for a millionaire. She works at the 99-cent store, that girl is coming home. That's all I'm saying. What, are you going to leave me for the guy at the Dollar Tree? I don't think so. And I'll go there with $20 and make it rain up in that mother. That's what I'm talking about. I'll buy something from every aisle up in this place, son. Or maybe go to the swap meet. I get crazy. You guys know, right? Like in California and in a lot of parts of the west part of America, we got that 99 cents only store. And the good thing about that store is they sell food, like actual food. Like eggs and milk and cheese and fruits and vegetables and meats. But if you buy food there, you got to look at the expiration date. That's all I'm saying. You're on the line, you look at the expiration date, it expires now. Oh, snap, let me eat that. Woo, woo. That was close. 5 more minutes, I would have been rotten. You get home, you open the eggs, the little bird chickens in it already.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Emma Mikers, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the original members of the Latin Kings of Comedy. You can see him on Comedy Central, Netflix, CBS, HBO, Showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, and Emma Mike welcome, Mr. Joey Medina. Hello, sir.
Thank you for that great intro, man. I feel like I'm boxing again.
Dude, I'm your hype man. I can't box for crap.
Yes.
I'm your hype man, dog. How you doing, man? You're at a barbecue. Thank you for taking the time out of the barbecue for
No,
show.
man. Thank you for asking me. I'm always gracious, man. And yeah, I'm in my friend Drew Marks, another comedian. We're a bunch of here with a bunch of other comedians, and it's kind of a last minute thing, but we decided all to get together and just chill and hang and, tell comic stories. So it's all good.
Dude, that's all. Well, tell them thanks for being here and hanging out, man. If they all want to chime in and stuff, this is the medium for it, man. So it's all good, dude.
They're by the barbecue pit getting drunk right now.
Okay. Have you been drinking? You've been drinking yet? A little bit, yes.
No, only just one bottle of Pinot Noir.
Only just one bottle. Only just one bottle
Just
of
one.
wine, officer.
And I just
There's
had an edible cookie. So
Oh,
we'll see how
nice.
this goes.
Dude, you got a bottle of wine and an edible cookie. That's when I see you start going back in time. I'll be like,
Yeah,
okay,
when my
Jay, I
eyes
think-
start rolling back, going, yeah, we know. Okay, Joey's done.
Dude, I had the worst edible one time, man. I remember the first time I had a cookie. It was about this big, and I ate it, and it felt like I was going on a roller coaster, like a very, very long roller coaster. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
They're the best, man.
Right. They are the dude. I'll tell you this, since you had edibles, I was in Reno, and this one comic that I was trying to introduce him to the show to get gigs, right? At to get booked at Reno. And he was going like this, dude. He's like, I was like, what's wrong? He's like, dude, I don't feel so good. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, well, I had an edible before a show. I'm like, okay. And he's like, well, it's my first time having an edible. I'm like, oh, okay. How many did you have? He's like, you had 4. I'm like, 4 edibles?
Spaghetti-o.
He did great. He had a great set. He got booked, but right when he got off stage, you could just see his whole body just like this. Oh my God. So if you're not on that level, you're good, man. If you don't have 4, you're good to go.
No, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I will be maybe in about 15 minutes.
Okay, well, if you got to take a break, we're all good, man. It's me, myself, and I. There's no rules. It's all good.
Good.
Dude, I can't remember do you remember the last time we worked together? Do you remember? It was in Fairfield at Pepper Belly's.
Oh wow, dude, that was forever ago.
Yeah, I was featuring for you.
Yeah, that was forever ago, man.
Yeah, man. I remember that you were one of the very first big name headliners that I worked for. I was like, holy crap.
Oh, cool.
And you crushed it all weekend, man. I learned so much about you, dude. It was so great.
It was all good info.
It was great info. Are you kidding me? You're so cool. And you know, so funny. This is how cool you are. Okay. And I have the medium to explain everything. What's so cool about you was you and I were talking about Darren Carter. And I said it in a jokingly way. I said it. I was like, you know, fuck that guy. That guy owes me $20. And you were so cool. You're so suave. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. And then you walked away. I was like, oh shoot, no, he doesn't really owe me $20. I was just joking, but you're that type of guy. If someone's talking smack, even if it's real, if someone was talking smack about Darren Carter, you're just like, that's cool. That's cool. I'll just stab you later.
Well, my thing is this, right? It's like I love Darren Carter. Great.
I love him.
I love. But the thing is this: I don't get involved in other people's business. I like, for instance, there could be 100 people that come up to me and go, "Hey, I hate so and so."
Right.
But if I have no issue with so and so, I have no issue with so and so.
But the thing was,
and that's all I care about.
The thing is, I didn't have an issue. I just wanted to purposely give him a bad image because everyone loves him. That was the thing.
Yeah. Everybody does love him.
Everyone loves him. And if he owes you $20, he would give it to you immediately. That was the great thing about
it. But the thing with Darren is Darren is very he's the kind of guy where he's like, sometimes he's annoying as crap, man, because he's very what's the word I'm looking for? He's just very neurotic, you know, and we'll be like it will be like at Starbucks and be like, okay, can I have this? But can I have that with this? Just a little bit of this and of that and some of this. I'm like, Darren, dude, just freaking order your goddamn coffee, man. You drive me freaking crazy, man. Like, he's neurotic as hell.
The neurotic party starter?
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, no party. He's no party starter. But I tell you what, but I love him to death. He's a very good human being.
Oh yeah,
he's a great dude. I love him. And no, I've known Darren like forever. That's how long. And he's such a good dude, man.
I went to the comedy.
Hilarious.
Oh God, dude, he smashes. He destroys.
Hilarious.
I went
one of the best comics ever.
One of the great thing about Darren, I went to the comedy store. You know how like when you're a first time comic at the comedy store, everyone's sizing you up and they don't know you or anything. But Darren, man, he just, oh, hey, Mike, how's it going? Super nice. Showed me around and said, are you going to be coming here more often? And then, COVID happened.
It's funny because that's exactly what he sounds. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up,
guys?
He's a very he's a very subtle Owen Wilson.
Hey,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm the party starter.
He's like the Mark Wahlberg of comics. Hey guys, all right, guys. I'm just gonna keep it low key like this, guys.
Yeah, right. Hey guys, what's up, guys? Yeah.
Exactly, goats, whatever. Like,
That's awesome, man. So you originally started you were originally from the Bronx, New York. You
yeah,
breathe it,
yeah.
you
I'm
love
from
it, you own it. You are
absolute
New York.
hell yeah.
Yeah. What was the Bronx like growing up then what it is now?
Well, you know what? I went there a year ago to check it out. But the thing is this: when you grow up, and this goes for anyone,
Mhm.
when you grow up in any neighborhood, whether it's good, bad, this, that, or the other thing, you think as a child that's the whole world, right? Because that's all you know, man. You know, if you grew up in a farm, all you know is a farm. If you grew up in the hood, all you know is the hood. So I didn't know the Bronx was bad until I left the Bronx.
Oh wow.
Then I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go back there.
The
I'm like,
edge
wait a
left
second,
you.
yeah, you mean diapers and not supposed to be on the hallway
Oh
of the
my
building
God.
you live in? Like, oh, you're not supposed to have blood stains in the elevator? Like, it's just like you just don't know, man. You just, like think everybody's like that, right?
Right.
So it's kind of I left New York City, I left the Bronx when I was 19, and I moved to Arizona to become a professional boxer. And I went back to New York about a year later. And that's when I appreciated Arizona. I'm like, oh my God, that's so much nicer than New York, man. Because New York was like, it was the wintertime, it was freezing.
Right.
Arizona, you could barbecue in the wintertime, right? And it's like, and I'm like, yeah, and I started realizing the different parts of the world, the country anyway. And, since I got into comedy and I traveled around the world, I got to see the different parts of the world, man. And it just makes you, travel is better than school in so many ways.
Oh God, yeah.
Because you get to learn different you get to see the differences and the similarities of people. You get to see the differences and similarities of culture, of food, of behavior, and it's like, if everyone who's listening, if you haven't traveled, please travel, because it will give you such a different perspective of life. And I love it. I will always travel the rest of my life now because of it.
It changes you. Definitely.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
it makes you better. It makes you a better person.
it's a very like if you think about it, it's a spiritual journey. Every time you go somewhere, it's a spiritual journey. You're connecting yourself you're literally connecting with yourself with someone else instead of
Absolutely.
what you drive or what you have or who you know or anything like that. You're just being a human, just connecting to everyone.
Yeah. And that's
So,
what it is, man. Go ahead.
what made you decide to get into boxing and start touring with that?
Boxing? Oh, well, boxing, I don't know. I think when I was a little kid, I would watch Muhammad Ali box on television. And this was before cable, right? It was just regular TV. And then in 1976, I saw Rocky, which is the greatest movie ever made. I don't give
Of
a
all time.
crap what anybody says.
No, I agree.
Greatest movie ever made. And
Rocky V never happened though. Just want to throw it out there. Rocky V never happened.
I'm catching up. I'm Rocky 27. I'm watching that right now, and the series. And no, but it doesn't matter. Rocky 1 or Rocky was the most amazing, beautiful movie I've ever seen.
Right.
And but it's so I don't know if that's what got me to boxing. A bunch of little things got me to boxing. When I was a kid, I loved Rock'em Sock'em Robots. My aunt bought me a pair of boxing gloves, and I would use that. Like, so it was just, boxing was kind of just in my world, right? And then in 7th grade, I found a boxing gym, and I fell in love with it. And I went there, and that was it. No turning back.
Wow.
So it was a beautiful thing. Boxing is the greatest sport in the world. For those of you parents watching out there, whether you have a son or daughter, put them in boxing, because it will take care of their. Can I curse on the show?
Yeah, go ahead.
It will take care of their shit. They won't be little assholes growing up.
Yeah, right.
Beings, and they will be disciplined. They won't be violent. It's not a violent thing. If anything, they're the opposite. It will be They'll be less violent, because there's nothing to prove, because they know what they're doing, and it will make them a better kid. So if if you have a child, whether it's a boy or girl, and you want them to grow up to not be assholes, make them box or let them box. And if they don't like it, don't force it on them. Don't do that. But if they like it, they're gonna do well. Trust me, it's gonna help their life. It's gonna help their thinking. It's gonna help their thoughts. It'll make them confident and nobody will mess with them. Trust me.
It's a different way of breathing versus any other sport in martial arts. So that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just a different thing. And the thing is this, man. It's just like it's you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's boxing is a sport where you go in there and you beat the crap out of someone else and then you hug afterwards.
Yeah.
and you have a beer or drink or dinner, or you're like, hey, let's be friends, right? And like everyone should be that way.
Right.
Let out our issues and then move on.
Right. But then lawyers came into effect and ruined everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Now we gotta be sued.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna sue your ass, man. And you're like, why? Come on, let's go. Speaking of boxing, we got you sent me one of your clips of your light heavyweight championship.
Light heavyweight.
Or
I'm sorry,
lightweight. Lightweight. Excuse me.
You son of a bitch. You calling me fat?
No, I'm not. You will beat the crap out of me through this podcast. I'm good, sir. I am good. So let's you want to walk us through this?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is when I won the Arizona Lightweight Championship, and that's 135 pounds, you cocksucker. All right. So listen, not light heavyweight, which is 190. Which I wish I was 190 now. That would be light for me.
I like that. 130 pounds, you cocksucker.
Yeah, so I'm fighting Chris Alvarado.
Uh-huh.
That was the first round. And this is just highlights. So
damn.
The third round. I'm in the white trunks, by the way, for
right.
watching.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this was a 12-round fight. And now, right now, this is all like in the middle of the fight. Okay, this was my favorite, one of my secret punches. Watch this. Boom.
Oh.
There you go, son. Okay, this is the 10th round. Punch. This was the 10th round. Boom, left hook. Dropped them. And
my God.
I knew. Now, this is the 11th round. In the 11th round.
Oh my God.
And I looked I was so thin, man. Now it looks like I got stung by a bee. An apple bee. But all right, this is 11th round. Boom, boom, boom. This is 11th round, and boom.
Oh, that's it. Dunsky. Now,
I knew then, I go, look, if I keep the pressure on this guy, they're going to stop the fight. And then they stopped the fight. Then that was good. 11th. I won the Arizona Lightweight Championship on the 11th round. Right there.
Wow.
And that guy who picked me up at the weight I'm at now, he could never do that. So
damn, that was such a dude. You had some stings, man. You got some stings on those, man. I could
do that again. That'd be great.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure you can still hit hard.
Yeah, but I've got that was 12 rounds. Right now, I've got about half a round in me.
Dude, that's more than I can ever have. Hey, by the way, we got
somebody out. It's got to be quick.
What's that? Yeah, you knock him out.
It's got to be quick. I'm like, look, dude, I got 30. After 30 seconds, we're just gonna talk about it. Like, look, let's stop fighting. Let's be friends. Let's have a nice world.
Look, man, I understand you're angry right now.
Matter.
You got to put your hands up like this. This means you're.
All right,
look, man, let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Hey, by the way, our correspondent, Mr. Dustin Wood, has a question for you. If you're ready. Here he is, Dustin Wood.
What's up, Joey?
Medina.
What's up, Dustin?
Nice to meet you, Joey. I'm a big fan, man. I'm excited to be here.
Nice meeting you too.
So I also did boxing when I was younger. I grew up.
You got to get better internet. I can't hear you.
Speak up, Dustin. Speak up.
Can you hear me? I'm speaking.
You sound like the Predator.
What?
in the Alien movie.
That's just my accent. Can you guys hear me okay now? Is it fine?
A little better.
Okay.
I think the edibles are kicking in.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love it. So you cited Rocky as a big influence, and I took boxing when I was younger, and that movie kind of worked in an opposite way for me, where I thought real boxing was a lot like those movies. And my first day, I went in trying to throw haymakers and pound the slab of beef, and I got knocked out. Did any of that kind of stuff happen to you, where you kind of had to unlearn stuff you watched from the movies?
Oh yeah, all of it. You're right. I mean, you're 100% right what you said. But what I saw in Rocky though is what I still see in it. It was a love story, and it was beautiful. It was Cinderella, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was where someone who had no business being where he was in or fighting the fight he was fighting but all he had was balls and heart, and he accomplished what he accomplished because, like, in Rocky, he lost that fight, but he didn't care. He accomplished the goal, and that is what I pulled out of it, and that's what the lesson I think that everyone should get out of it. And Rocky was literally one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. And again, it's even though, of course, you know, we say it doesn't happen, but yet, does it not really? Look at Andy. Was it Andy Garcia, right?
Yeah.
Who just beat Joshua. That was a Rocky story, man.
Right.
That guy was fat. He looked like a mariachi. He looked like a boxer.
Yeah, right. He did.
And he beat a guy who no one in the world thought he would beat, and he beat him. That was beautiful. That is beautiful. When I see an old shriveled up man with a hot chick, I'm like, that's fucking Rocky, man.
That's a Rocky moment.
he went the distance with that piece of ass. It was awesome for him. I'm like flying high now. I'm like, that's a Drago, man. That's like, trust me, I've been there. I've slept with women that I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to train like Rocky did with Drago for you. Like, I just can't have sex with you. I'm gonna have to get in shape first to have sex with you. Like, I just can't go in the ring. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Rocky is the most and maybe there's one or two people out there who have not seen that movie. Please watch it, because
how could you not?
Beautiful.
It's so iconic,
emotional movie,
classic
ever made. It's my favorite movie ever on earth.
That's awesome, Dustin. Thank you for that wonderful question, brother.
That's all.
Yeah,
it's a great question.
Thanks, brother.
He left.
Okay. So, what was your worst fight that you ever had that just drained you and just made you question boxing? You ever had that moment?
Yeah, I probably had more than one, but I would have to say probably when I fought for the Super NABF title. I lost so much weight. I was normally walking around at 150 pounds. I wish I could do that now, but that was my average weight then. And then I got down to 128 pounds for this fight. And I know I won the fight, and I got robbed. In the second round, on the third round, I hit the guy with the left hook. I cut his eye. I was beating him the whole time. The fourth round, he headbutted me. It was an accident. I don't think it was on purpose, but he headbutted me and he cut my eye open. I needed 18 stitches. So they stopped the fight.
And
went to the point. They went to the points because it was a headbutt. It wasn't and they gave him a majority decision. And I was like, I'm like, really? I know I beat him. I beat him, man. And you're giving him the fight. And I just thought, I'm like, that's a ripoff. That's just very, it's very depressing.
It's like losing a comedy competition. It's like losing a comedy competition when you know you smashed it, and you just get robbed.
Like, come on, dude. Of course I won. That was Paulie Shore. He didn't
or Elaine, the secretary. That's what they call her. Elaine, or some office chick that brought like 50 of her friends. Same. It's funny that. Well, sorry.
No, I mean, it is what it is sometimes, right?
Yeah,
and you just go with it, and you're like, what are you gonna do?
You know what's funny though? A lot of comedians, they always use boxing analogy when they talk about writing their jokes or setting up the joke or setting up the punchline. But you are a boxer that's now a comedian and you're living that analogy. Do you use boxing terminology at all, or the analogy of how to strike a punchline or how you write?
Absolutely. Boxing and comedy, stand-up comedy, are 1,000% alike.
Okay.
It's momentum, it's pacing, it's punchline. So it's like, for instance, if a boxer who has a great left hook and knocks everybody out with a left hook fights a guy and he hits him with a left hook and that guy doesn't move, the boxer thinks in his head, oh crap, okay, I've got to come up with other plans. Same thing with a comedian. If you go out there with a great punchline, a great joke that kills everybody, but this audience doesn't laugh, you back up. You're like, all right, how am I going to make these people laugh?
Mm-hmm.
And it's about momentum. It's about movement. It's about psychology, and it's exactly alike. It's not similar. It's exactly alike. When I was in a boxing ring, I use the same part of my brain that I use when I'm on a stage.
Wow.
And it's just, instead of you being against an opponent, you're against the audience.
Right.
And not in a combative way, but in a chess moving way. My job as a comedian is to make those people laugh. And if they're not laughing, I've got to figure out how to move the pieces to make them laugh. Boxing, my job is to beat that opponent in front of me. And I've got to figure out how to move, whether I jab or move or box or slug or use my leg work or my whatever. I have to figure out how to beat this guy. And as a comedian, I need to figure out how to make this audience laugh. So it's exactly the same skills, no difference at all.
When I'm at some points I'm bombing and I start getting sweaty and I start, second guessing myself. Is that considered like I'm against the ropes and I'm in that corner and I got to figure out how to get myself out of there?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. And you just have to, as a boxer, I know, okay, I've got 12 rounds or 10 rounds. Mm-hmm. As a comedian, I've got 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. So you've got to go, okay, I've got this much time to get my shit together to make these people laugh. Mm-hmm. And that is and sometimes you have to tell yourself as a comedian, look, I'm not going to knock them out. I'm not going to win by knockout tonight. I'm going to hopefully get a decision.
Right.
And the same thing as a boxer.
We've all done that,
right?
One.
Same thing as a boxer. As a boxer, you're like, look, this guy, I'm hitting this dude with everything. He's not budging. I just need to score enough points to beat him.
Right.
And that's the same thing as a comedian. You're like, look, this audience, man, I'm doing everything. I'm pulling puppets out of my ass. I got a guitar. I've got props. I'm doing everything and nobody's laughing. I just want to get enough laughs to win. That's all I need to do.
Just win by decision.
It's exactly like boxing. There's no difference. It's the same thing.
That's interesting. Wow. So after boxing, you decided to put it up and then just become a comedian. What made you decide to become a comedian from boxing?
Well, I was believe it or not, I was a cop in between boxing and comedy.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And there was no video to send you for that because there was no body cams. But
you're like, thank God.
Yeah, no kidding. Even if there was, I wouldn't have sent them. But no, I'll make a long story short. I was really depressed when I started doing comedy. No, not even before I started doing comedy. I was living in my car. I broke up with my ex. I was homeless. It was a very low point in my life.
Oh, wow.
So I went to a comedy club because I did open mic there once or twice. And they knew me and I knew I could get in for free. And I was broke. I had no money. And I was very depressed. So I went to the comedy club to cheer myself up. Basically, that's what I did. So as I'm standing there, because I wasn't allowed to sit because I didn't pay. So I was standing on the side. I'm watching the show. And I'm watching this comedian kill, right? He's destroying. And I'm looking at him, I'm looking at the audience, and he was killing. He was having such a great time. And I remember thinking to myself, I was very depressed when I got there, but I remember thinking to myself when I saw this guy, I go, oh my God, I have nothing to lose.
Mm.
I have no family. I got no money. I got no car. I got no job. I got nothing. Well, I did have a car. I'm living in my car. But I go, I have nothing to lose. And I go, I can start my life all over again. I can do whatever the hell I want. And I thought to myself, you know what? I go, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to become a comedian. And that was it. And that's how it started. And that night, I mean,
what a beautiful moment. That moment you sitting in the
almost
stand.
30 years ago. Yeah. I go, I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. And since then, I've traveled the world. I've bought my mom a house. I bought me a house. Now I'm broke as hell right now, but I had some good times, man. And I did some great stuff. And I don't regret it at all. It was one of the most greatest thing I've ever done in my life. That's
amazing. So when did you get Original Latin Kings of Comedy? Because that's when I started seeing you on the map for me.
Yeah. That's what happened was I was opening up for Paul Rodriguez for a couple of years.
Okay.
And it was a great experience. I was traveling country, working with a great guy, doing theaters and big venues. And the original Kings of Comedy with the black comics, Cedric the Entertainer, all these other guys were on, right? And they happened. And then Paul had an idea to do the Latin Kings of Comedy. But Latin Kings of Comedy was owned by Paramount Pictures and a guy named Walter Latham. So it wasn't just that easy. You just can't do it, and then it happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they planned this shoot in El Paso, Texas. Everybody was on. At the time we shot it, it had no name. It had nothing. But the people from Paramount were there. Everybody was there. It was a big event. We shot 4 shows live. And I knew, this is going to be big. I knew it. I knew it already. Now, there was no guarantee at the time that I was even going to be on it. They had more than the comedians that you see on the show now. There were more comedians on it than that. They picked the best comics, right? So I knew it did well, and I knew I was gonna be on it. So all of a sudden, Paramount Pictures picked it up. They had a premiere at the Man's Chinese Theater.
Oh my!
It got picked up. It played in theaters. Our comedy show was played in movie theaters throughout the country.
Wow!
Not many people can say that.
Right.
And then Showtime picked it up, and Comedy Central picked it up, and it played, and DVD sales were everywhere. I actually bought a bootleg DVD of it in downtown LA. So so it was huge, and I knew it was going to be huge. And then once it blew up the way it blew up, everything from there. Now I'm making tons of money doing theaters and casinos around the country, and I made sure, but I also knew I wasn't lazy about it. I knew that because I'm on this show or I'm on this event, that I need to bring my game up. I knew I need to be funnier. I write jokes, better jokes. I knew I needed to be I didn't want to be that boxer who beat the champ, but then lost every fight after that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like he just had a lucky night. I
didn't that one great moment.
I didn't want to have that great moment. I wanted to be like, I earned it, I own it, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
And you kept doing it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. So my goal was, I knew people were gonna be talking shit. I knew people would be like, why was he in that? Why is he doing? And I knew, and all that was okay with me. All I knew was like, I'm gonna be better than that even.
Right.
And that was my goal. I'm going to be a better comedian than you even saw on the Latin Kings of Comedy.
And the great thing about that was with the Latin Kings of Comedy catapulting your career, you kept that momentum without social media.
Oh yeah, there was no social media.
There was no social media. Right. So you were still grinding with that big spotlight on you. You were still pushing hard without TikTok and Snapchat and everyone. It's easy to keep momentum with a big spotlight now, but now you just push that and persevere. So what did you do to keep that momentum going? Were you just hustling everywhere, or?
Yeah, there was no social media, but I was huge on Grindr.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But
dude, you lured me in, dude. I was like, oh, you motherfucker, dude.
It was all about the dick pics. No.
It was, you got me to shoot. I was like, oh really?
No, you know, it was just a matter. It was just a matter of staying, just working, man.
Yeah.
Doing gigs and doing shows and just, you know, like I always knew, like I'm not an idiot. I'm not I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm actually very smart in many ways. And it's like, I just knew what I needed to do. I just needed to stay. I just need to keep doing things to keep me in whatever limelight I could find. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I also knew that no one was going to give me anything. I knew, okay, people are looking at me now, so I need to earn my keep. And I
just like boxing.
Yeah, I knew Latin Kings of Comedy was going to invite me to the party, but I knew that I had to earn my way once I got to the party.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what happens with a lot of people, like whether it be athletes or actors or comedians or whatever. It's like they get a lucky break and they lay back like they fucking just the king of Sheba, like they just hit the lottery. Like, no, motherfucker, you got to keep this going.
Right. Did you tour like the blue collar comedy tour with the Latin Kings of Comedy?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was great. And then we toured really before the movie even came out, and we really didn't tour after that. I think was one of the disadvantages we had, because everybody, once it was after, everybody did their own thing. And like I worked with Alex and I worked with Paul a lot, and I worked with Cheech a couple of times. First time I worked in Canada was with Cheech, but you know, it's a weird business, man. It's a weird you know, like I'm the kind of person where this is me all the time. I don't care if I was a plumber, a comedian, a cop.
Yeah.
This is me, man. There's no different Joey. Like, I don't wear different hats. I'm not one way around my friends, one way around strangers.
Right.
This is just me, man. And it's just like, you know, if you're a dick, I'm gonna stay away from you. And if you're not, then I'm gonna like you. Like, I don't know. That's just my thing, right? And it's worked to a disadvantage in some respects, because some of the people that make it in this world are the kind of people that dog eat dog, and I'm gonna shit on everyone so I can be better.
Right.
And then, you know, that's not my philosophy whatsoever. My philosophy.
No, man, you've always been like that. You've always, and people have always said that, the coolest guy ever. I mean, and it's so true, man. And it shows on stage too. And you know, we can put masks on stage, but it doesn't. You don't have a mask. You can see your authenticity. You can see how much you love it. You can see that you're just joking around and having fun, and that your grind doesn't stop, because you moved up. You graduated, not just a boxer and a comedian. You graduated to filmmaker. You've been making.
Yeah, I love doing that. One of my favorite things in the world.
You send me one of them, man. You actually sent me a couple. You want to talk about The Lesson?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because The Lesson is the last short film I've shot.
Okay.
And it was I had an idea in my brain. I go, I want to shoot something with two people in a warehouse. That was my original thought about this.
Nice.
And I go, I just want it to be deep and I want to be heavy. And even though I'm a comedian, I love shooting and writing drama. I just think it's the best, right?
Right.
So I had this idea, and then, you know, the idea started growing in my head. I'm like, I'm going to have a baby, and I'm going to have a woman, and I'm going to have, and then I thought about shooting this thing about a drunk driver, and then all this, but then I changed it to something else. And then we shot it. We shot it in 5 hours. I got a friend of mine named Yancy Arias, who is an amazing actor, Puerto Rican like myself, and he's in.
You got Puerto Rican here too, brother.
Oh, what's up, son?
Yeah.
He was I know, and he was in the TV show Queen of the South.
Okay.
And so I just out of, you know, shits and giggles, I sent him the script. And he hit me back up like 10 minutes. Like, he's like, hey, why'd you send me that script? I'm like, I just want you to see it. He goes, well, I want to play it. I want to play the character. I'm like, all right. He goes, but I can't do it. I got to wait like 3 months before. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, I'll wait. And then we had a couple of meetings because as a director and a producer, I go, listen, this is how I want the character to be. This is how, blah, 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 blah. We talked and talked,
Right.
and went back and forth. And I decided how to shoot it then and everything. But there's a lot of moving parts. And but I was very proud of this thing because we shot it in 5 hours.
That's amazing.
And yeah, which is incredible. And not only did we shoot it in 5 hours, it turned out great. I won a bunch of awards on it. Best short film, People's Choice Award in the Hollywood Real Film Festival. I won the Culver City Film Festival. I won Best Lighting. It was nominated for other stuff. Like it did really well, and I was very proud of it. And it was funny, like not funny, but during the shooting, our makeup girl was crying during the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's it, we won. And I knew it was going to be great because she was crying.
You're like, I got you.
Yes. And so it was. I was very proud of it. It was something that I was very proud of, and I think it has a good message. So I'm happy about that.
Okay, that's awesome. We're gonna play it right now, and here it is.
It's only 8 minutes, people. You'll love it.
It's all good. They're here. Me, myself, and Ayers are here for a while, so it's all good. Here we go.
Awesome.
Here we go. Let's get to big screen. Boom. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Lesson.
Yay.
This is my Elizabeth on the day of her wedding. She was so beautiful. Here. This is our little Maddie on the day she lost her first tooth. She wanted to hide the tooth under the pillow for the tooth fairy, right? And then this right here is her 6th birthday. And this was Christmas! They never did anything to anyone. They went to get ice cream. Goddamn ice cream! You took them away. They didn't deserve that. I mean, at least you have your wife and your baby. I got nothing. You took them away from me. You took them away from me. Why was your texting so much more important than my family? Why? What was so important? Did she send you a text or something? Honey, don't forget the diapers on the way home. Or your boys, they text you, don't forget your tea time in the morning. What the fuck was so important? Nothing. No matter what I do, will ever bring them back. Nothing! But you are going to learn
lesson. Oh, yeah. You're going to learn what it feels like to lose somebody that you love. Oh, yeah. Open your hand.
Open your fucking head or I kill your baby! Open it! Good boy! Good boy! Good boy! Good boy!
Pull the trigger or I'll smother the life out of your baby.
Pull it! Pull it! God damn it! At least you have a choice. You get to choose who lives or who dies. What choice did I have?
You gave me no choice because you took them from me, you motherfucker!
In your hand and pull the trigger! Pull the trigger! Pull it! Pull it! Pull it, goddammit!
Now you know what it feels like to lose somebody you love. Now you know. Even for just 1 second. Just I need an ambulance at 1123 12th Street. And please, send the police. I'm sorry.
Man, heavy.
I know.
Ooh.
It's not really.
Dude, you should play that at all. Anyone that wants to get their license, you should play that movie. No texting and driving. Why?
I remember when I'm having sex and I don't want to have an orgasm, I think about that movie. And like, don't come too fast.
Think about the lesson.
Yeah, think about the lesson.
Wow, what a phenomenal, powerful movie. Oh my
Thank you, man.
God,
I appreciate
Joey. That was insane. And the beautiful thing about his character was he didn't want that family to be split apart. After what that guy did to his family, he said, I'm going to give you a second chance.
Yeah. So when I wrote that film, I had the ending. I had a few different endings. One of the endings, the original ending, he killed both the parents except the baby. And he killed himself. And then I thought, I'm like, that's too depressing still. So the trick of that story was, for me as a filmmaker, director, how do I get people? Sorry, I'm having hiccups because I had like a whole bottle of wine. But my thing was, I want the audience to feel sorry for both of them.
Right.
So there was really no bad guy. So that was the trick. So I had to write it where at the end they're like, oh, I feel bad for both of them. I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for the parent. I'd be like, it was too obvious if the guy with the glasses, right, the guy with the gun was the main bad guy. And then it's just obvious. It's like, oh, he's a bad guy. But I wanted people to feel sorry for him.
Right.
I wanted the audience to go, fuck, I would do the same thing. I would do that too if that happened in my family. So that was the trick of it. And that was so when I spoke with Yancey, the actor who played that role, we have lunch and I go, listen, you are the victim.
Right.
I want you to be the victim in this as well as everyone else. And that's why you notice the guy was beat up, which I had a great, amazing makeup girl that did that. But
fantastic.
But his wife was never beat up. If you notice,
right,
she's tied up, she's gagged, but she's not hurt. Because I didn't want the character with the glasses, the main character, to be the bad guy. I didn't want him to be evil. I just wanted him to be a victim that reacted a certain way. Even though it was bad to react the way he reacted, right, it was understandable. Because in real life, dude, we all, you, me, we all do good shit and we all do bad shit. And sometimes it's justified, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's bad, but B, I don't know, but B, we just go with the flow with the punches, right? And it's like, and that's kind of what that story was.
What was great about it was in that scene, everyone had the right decision to make. With the husband was going to look at the wife to shoot, and she was okay with that because it was saving the baby. And the very end, where the other guy killed himself, that was his right decision, leaving that family. It was just a mixture of emotions. So, and it was done flawless. So did people rehearse before that, or was it just a one shot, one take?
No rehearsal.
Wow.
I spoke with the actors, and as a director, I decided, because of the emotion, and I knew there was going to be a lot of crying involved and emotions, involved. I didn't want to yell cut, so I shot it like a play.
Right.
I shot it with 2 cameras, and I shot it from beginning to end with like a play. Wow. And there were a few times where Yancey, the character with the glasses and the gun, well, a couple times he was emotional, and then he would stop and go, I need a second. And he would go off to the corner to build more emotion. And the second he did that, I told my cameraman, I'm like, all right, get him. And then I would tell him, shake your head, no. Or I would tell her, do this, do that. And then we would shoot that. And then Yancey would come back on set ready. And then we just stayed back on him. And it had to be shot that way because of the emotion behind everything. Right. So, and I knew that before going in. I'm like, okay, I've got to shoot this a certain way. And I spoke to all 3 actors, and I everything from their makeup at the same time I shot it. Like, all of that was pre-planned for a reason. Everything was done for a reason to work a certain way. So that's why the production was actually pretty flawless production. And it happened in that 5 hours the way I planned it, and it was going to be, happen the way it happened, and it was just planning. Filmmaking is all about pre-planning.
Right. That's crazy. We got Dustin Wood. He has another question for you, Joey.
Joey, that was incredible, man. Like, that was like really powerful, man. That was I'm a writer and I'm an editor as well. Mike knows, and the way, like, I love every aspect of that, from the acting to the writing. You could tell that you really planned everything out.
Dustin has government internet.
My internet is fine on my side. I don't know where
I think
I
Dustin
don't know
has Obama internet.
Right. I don't know if the barbecue you're at is in Iraq, but my internet is fine on my side. I wanted to ask, I don't know if it's up for interpretation or not, but the Yancey, when he says I'm sorry at the end and then shoots himself, is he really apologizing to the guy, or is he apologizing to himself or to his family?
Michael, did you get that?
Yeah. Dustin said Yancey. Yes, I can. Dustin said at the end, Yancey, when he says I'm sorry, when he shoots himself, is he apologizing to himself or is he apologizing to the family?
He's apologizing to the family.
Okay.
He's saying I'm sorry because he knows that he's going to kill himself in front of him and his wife.
Right.
That's
now,
wow.
Maybe you can translate for me, Mike.
No, I hear you now.
Okay. The other question I had is when he makes the guy pull the trigger and there's no bullet in the gun, and he says, "Now you know for a second what it feels like to lose the most important person in your life." I know she gave him the nod of like, "You got to do this," but do you think that relationship continues on? Because that's something that's always going to be in the back of their head of like, you did pull that trigger.
I think in part two, she's going to be like, you, because she's a woman, right? She's going to be like, you son of a bitch. You pull that trigger, you cunt.
I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, that comes up in every fight they have for the rest of their life.
Conversation.
You not only did you put the toilet seat down, you try to kill me.
Kill me. Yeah.
I can't believe you were going to kill me.
Yeah, dude, that was great, man. And I love the end credit sequence with the text, since that was the inciting incident that caused this whole thing. I thought it was brilliant, man. Great job.
Brilliant, man.
And you know what? I'll be honest. I always give credit where credit is due. That idea came from my buddy Louis Anderson. Louis Anderson gave me that idea. Comedian,
nice.
Louis Anderson. That's why if you see the credits, the thank yous, you see his name, Louis Anderson. And that he's the one that gave me that idea. I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but that was a great
part
idea.
of the film now.
Yeah.
You never see credits part of the film.
Yeah.
It's part of the art.
Part of the film, right?
Wow.
That was a great idea. I loved it, and it worked perfectly.
That's awesome. Dustin, stick around. There's one more movie I want to show. So stick around. It's a great one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. So, Man of a Funny Age. You want to set us up for that one?
Oh, okay. All right. What happened was, I was really down and out in my low life of my life, low part of my life, and I was watching a interview with Louis C.K. and he was talking about his sitcom Louis, and he was talking about how the studio gave him like $200,000 to make a pilot, and because a lot of people may not know this, but Louis C.K. not only does he take his dick out, but he's also a great director. He's also a great writer, producer, and editor, and actor. So he shot this all by himself. He directed it by himself. He did all this for it. So when I saw that interview, I remember I was feeling sorry for myself, and I thought to myself, I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. Then I thought, I'm like, wait a second, I can. I own all my equipment. I'm a director. I'm a producer. I have a crew. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to write a script. I'm going to do it. So I wrote a script. I had other writers look at it. I did my due diligence. And then I borrowed some money, and I borrowed only $4,000. And just so you know, there's a big producer in LA who thought I spent $200,000 on it. And I only spent $4,000 on it.
Wow.
It was all my equipment, and everyone did me a favor. But so I said, I'm just shoot something to bring me out of poverty. And oh shit. And there you go. And now I dropped my phone. It's back. And it's back.
And you're hiccuping.
So I shot this, and this is actually, I love this script a lot because it's all based on reality, even though it's exaggerated a little bit. And I was very proud of it. It's because I worked very hard on this with a lot of great people and friends that helped me, but it was very difficult to make for the amount of money I had and the amount of time and resources I had.
Yeah.
So it's called Matter of Funny Age. It's a time capsule of my life at a certain amount of in my period of my life, and it's I'm very proud of it. So yeah, enjoy it. Let me know what you think afterwards.
First of all, thanks for letting me play your films, man. I really appreciate this, especially on my podcast.
Thank you for doing it. I'm glad you care.
Dude, I love it. I love your work. Here we go.
Thank you, brother.
Man of a Funny Age.
And whatever you do, don't take your mother to like a millionaire friend's house. That does not make you look good at all. That's what I'm saying. I never felt so broke in my life. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he gave her a Rolex. I gave her a pair of boxing trunks that were like 100 years old. She actually wanted to adopt them. I'm like, are you serious, Mom? At least I'll have a rich brother. That's all I'm saying.
Come on, is every hour rush hour in LA? Hello?
Hey, Joey, what's going on, man? It's Ruben Paul. Where you at? What's going on?
Hey, man, what's up, buddy? Oh, nothing, just stuck on the 405. How about you?
Man, I'm stuck here on this 101, man. Traffic is crazy, like a damn parking lot out here. Cops everywhere. How about you? Where you going?
I'm on my way to the airport to go pick up my mom. It's her birthday this week, so she's flying in from New York to stay a couple of days with me.
Oh, cool, man. Well, listen, the reason why I'm calling you is this booker from Jacksonville just hit me up. Actually, I was supposed to do his room next month from the 15th through the 19th, but I can't do it. So I was wondering if you could fill in for him, man. It's at Harry's Ha Ha Hut.
Yeah, I think I heard of that place. 15th through the 19th? All right, let me take my phone off my ear and check my schedule. Hold on a second. Yeah, 15th through the 19th, I'm free. What's the pay like?
It's not that great, man. It's like $1,500 plus air and hotel.
Yeah, man, it's kind of crappy. You know what, dude? I'll do it for you.
Oh, man. Thank you, dude. Black Lives Matter, man.
All right, man. I'll see you at the gym. Take it easy. Bye. Today is my lucky day.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only.
Damn, Mom, what you pack? Bags are heavy as hell.
Oh, well, see, I know you've been trying to eat healthy, so I brought you some fresh fruits and vegetables.
Why is it so heavy, though?
It must be the watermelons.
Watermelons? Mom, you know they got fruits and vegetables here in Los Angeles, right?
Oh, no, not as fresh as the ones Mama brought. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because when I think of fresh produce, I think of the Bronx.
Is that how you show your appreciation to your mother?
Speaking of that, here.
Huh?
Happy birthday, Mom.
What is it?
Open it and see.
These are the pair of boxing trunks I got you for your first amateur fight when you were only 12 years old.
I'm glad you remembered.
Of course I remembered. You lost.
Thanks for the recap. Not only was I the only kid with a personal message on my boxing trunks from my mother, there were a pair of balls sewed on.
They were not balls, they were boxing gloves. See?
They're like testicles, Mom.
I thought they would bring you luck.
Well, we know how that worked out.
It's the best birthday present ever.
I don't know about that, but when I get some money, I'm gonna have them framed and put them, like a nice plaque. It's gonna look good.
That would be really nice.
Joey!
Russell, my man.
Hey, come over. I'm having a barbecue. I got this Kobe beef from Japan, and I think it's illegal.
I can't though, bro. I got my my mom here. She's here with me all week.
Oh, yeah? Is she hot?
She's not for you, Manolo.
Okay, bring her anyway. I don't care. Come on. And there's mad bitches here. You're going to love it.
All right, brother. Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, Joe. I'll see you when you get here.
All right, man. Take it easy. Hey, Mom, we're gonna go to Malibu to my friend Russell's house for lunch. Right after we drop your stuff off, okay?
Whatever you say, son.
Oh, and another thing, I'm staying at a guest house in Burbank, so I got you a hotel near me. Here it is, Mom.
Look at that view. This is a really nice place, Joey. What happened to Lisa?
I was gonna tell you about that, Ma. Broke up.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Well, don't tell me. I know you couldn't keep it in your pants. That's why you've been married 3 times.
Ma.
Oh, your father had the same problem.
That's not it,
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. I remember when you were about 1 year old and your father decides he's going to take you down the street to the park. So he puts you in your little stroller and walks right across. And right there, I knew he was up to no good. So I'm watching him through the window. And sure enough, he's having a conversation with that slut from down the street, telling her how his wife left him and the baby and how he has to take care of his baby now all alone.
So his dad's wingman at 1? Nice.
He was not nice. He was an asshole. So I walked across the street and took him by the ear, took him all the way back to the apartment.
Wow, you guys were a typical Romeo and Juliet. It's a miracle you guys didn't make it.
Have you tried Tinder?
What do you know about Tinder?
I use it.
Come on, Mom, that's gross.
It's easy. All you have to do is swipe to the right.
I know how it works, Mom, all right? I just don't use it. And neither should you.
And why is that?
Because you should use something more respectable like eHarmony or Christian Mingle or FarmersOnly.com. I mean, obviously there's farmers in the Bronx, right? Yo, lady, I got your bananas right here.
Hey, don't get fresh.
Fresh like these berries and bananas, yo.
Joey, has anybody ever told you you should be a comedian?
Maybe once or twice.
I'm going to go freshen up, son.
Love you.
I love you.
I wonder if they got HBO.
What is this, a hotel?
No, Mom, it's my friend's house. Hey, Russell, it's me, Joey.
Your friend's house? What is he, a drug dealer? What did I teach you about that?
No, Mom, he's a comedian.
What have I told you about lying to your mother?
I'm not lying, Mom, he's a comedian.
But you're a comedian.
I know, Mom, it's just different, okay? It's a different situation.
If you say so.
Oh, and bring the boxing trunks. I want to show Russell. He's a big boxing fan. He'll get a kick out of it.
Oh my God. This is really nice. He's a comedian?
Yeah, Mom. Hey, Russell. What's up, man? I brought you something.
Is that a watermelon?
Yeah.
Were they out of chicken or something?
This is my mom.
Ah,
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
me too.
You can call me Mom.
Seriously?
Are you hungry?
I'm starved. I just had a 5-hour flight.
Don't starve your mother. Please, go get her some food. Make a plate.
All
Even
right.
one for you.
All right. But don't embarrass me, Mom.
Uh-uh.
That's embarrassing.
He was 12 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Joey.
Hi, I'm Candy.
Yes, you are. How do you know Russell?
I'm his new maid.
You're his maid? You know, I could totally use a good maid. It won't even be hard. I live in a guest house.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I only clean mansions.
Serious?
Call me when you get one.
I'll get your number from Russell.
Hey, Joey. Who's that?
Hey, Drew. That's Russell's maid.
That's nothing. You should see his gardener.
So I hear you're doing Harry's Ha Ha Hut next month. I was just there last week.
Hey, how is that place?
Dude, it's great. They pay really well.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting 1,500.
15. I got 2,500.
Wait, you got 2,500?
No, come on, man. I've been working there for a while now. That's probably why.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What'd you get the first time you worked there?
2,400.
2,400? Who books that? Seriously?
All right. Good talk.
Here's your food, Joey.
Well, thanks, babe. I appreciate it. Thank you.
2 plates, huh? Somebody got the munchies.
No, one's for my mom. I don't smoke weed, dude. It's not my thing, you know? Never liked it. Dude, check that out, man. Isn't that comic Nick? Look at that girl he's with, dude. That's going to be a short-term relationship.
Definitely hot.
Yeah, too hot for him, man. He's like an opening act with a headliner girlfriend.
Dude, Nick has a new TV show. Did you hear?
What?
That's like the #1 show on television.
Dude, he's been doing comedy for what, like a year? He's already got a TV show? Damn, man, things really are changing. Wait, I think he's coming. Here, hold this.
Joey Medina, what's hanging, bro?
Hey, brother, what's up, man? Hey, you know my buddy Drew, right?
Yeah, what's up, man? Yo, your mom just showed us your first pair of boxing trunks with the balls sewn on.
They're actually boxing gloves sewed on.
They look like testicles, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, this is my beautiful fiance, Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Hey.
You lucked out with Nick. Nick's a great guy. He really is.
Oh, I know, right? By the way, you're so funny.
Oh, really?
I used to watch you when I was a little girl.
Yeah, right. Oh, Nick, dude, I love your TV show, man. It's like my favorite TV show right now.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, he was just telling me how he never misses an episode. Not even one, right? Not even one?
Really? Which one's your favorite?
Favorite?
Episode?
Oh, all of them, man. They're like all my favorite episodes. Like each episode gets better than the next one, you know?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, we should hang out sometime.
Dude, I would totally love that, man. You know, we could write, we could brainstorm.
I was thinking about downing a couple beers, smoke a little bud.
Bud, yeah, dude, I love weed, man. I'm a big old pothead. I'm like typical Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Wait, is that rapper guy? Oh my God, I love him.
No, babe, he's talking about the strain of weed.
Actually, I was referring to the cartoon.
Must have been before my time, you know.
Hey, why don't you just give me your number and I'll call you?
Hit me on Facebook.
Facebook?
Actually, my Facebook page is full, so I can't add anyone new. But I got a fan page, so just hit me on there.
Fan page?
Or you can hit me on Snapchat.
Snapchat. Isn't that for dick pics?
Yeah. Come on.
You got his number?
Yeah, we got a thing.
Does he want me to send him a dick pic?
I don't know, man. He's your friend. Kiss ass.
What? He seems like a nice guy. Okay, what's going on here?
Oh my God. Joey, look at what what Russell gave me.
Why'd you do that, Russell?
Oh, it's your mom's birthday. You didn't tell me that. And besides, I actually bought that for Ed Wanda, my assistant. I fired her, because she's a pain in the ass. Anyway, happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
I want to cry.
Oh, it's a little tight. I'm going to have it sized when I get home. You know, your friend Russell is so nice.
He's a really good guy, Ma. I'm going to drop you off at the hotel now, okay? That way you get some rest, and I'll pick you up later after I work out.
That's fine. So you think it's real?
What?
The watch, you think it's real?
Of course it's real, Mom. I mean, Russell bought me this Breitling when I toured with him in Asia. That's what he does. He's a generous guy. He buys people watches.
Well, you know you should do those arenas like he does.
Mom, I just can't go to the arenas and say, hey, my mom says I should perform here. They got to want you. And there's promoters and agents involved.
Well, get your agent to call them.
Mom, the only agent I have right now is my insurance agent. And he's not too happy with me after I backed into that strawberry stand at the farmer's market. Sorry.
That's what insurance is for.
Yeah, but now my premium is up, and if anything happens to this car, I'll be really screwed. I don't have the money to fix it. What happened to the boxing trunks?
Oh, I left them at Russell's.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious, more like depressing, man. My mom thinks I'm a loser now.
You know what's more depressing than taking your mom to your rich millionaire friend's house?
What?
Taking your girl.
What do you mean?
You remember Tom from MySpace?
Yeah.
This big old mansion party, man, up in the Hollywood Hills. I take my girl. She ends up having a threesome with Tom and Pauly Shore. Hey, buddy, it's the Weasel. That guy.
Dude, I heard that place was like the Playboy Mansion back in the day.
Back in the day? Man, that was last week.
Aren't those guys too old for threesomes?
You ain't never too old for threesomes. How old are you, man? Damn, you old. I mean, but you don't look though.
Thanks. I mean, I don't feel.
But is middle age. You got to know that.
Thanks for rubbing it in. Honestly, I feel like I'm 20, you know? I don't act. I don't feel. I certainly don't fuck like a.
Viagra's powerful, brother. But regardless, dude, no one wants to sleep with a struggling hero comedian.
Tell me about it. I know what you mean.
But you ain't got to worry about that anyway. I mean, you one of the original Latin kings of comedy. You ain't struggling.
You kidding me, dude? I haven't made a penny from that show. I mean, yeah, my career got better, my shows got better, and I made some more money, but those days are over, son. I mean, the only time I make money now is when I sell the bootleg copies at my shows. I feel like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler.
That's who you look like. You look like a Latino Mickey Rourke.
Thanks.
Miguel Rourke.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, it's like we're in the same boat.
I know what you mean, brother. Hey, you know what? Thanks for that gig today, too, bro. I really need that money.
Oh, that's all good. You know, to keep it 100 with you, man, I did the gig, but I had a higher paying one. That's the only reason why I didn't do it.
Figures.
Yeah, 1,500 is 1,500. Ain't no shame, dude.
I appreciate it, my brother.
Oh, that's all good, man. It's a horrible gig, though. It's awful.
Hey, next time Tom has a party, could you invite me?
Yeah, we should both go on Facebook shirts.
Let's do it. That's it, Mom. Now that you rested up, what do you want to do?
Well, we can go to the store, get some furniture for your guest house.
No, Mom, I'm good. I don't need anything. Besides, the guest house is already furnished.
Whose house is it anyway?
My friend George Gray.
George Gray from The Price is Right?
Yeah, the announcer.
Oh my God. I watch that show religiously every day at 10 a.m. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Oh, you got to introduce me to him. You just got to.
Come on, Mom. Did you come to LA to visit me or all my friends?
Oh, Joey, papi, it was my favorite show. Would you deny the woman who carried you in her womb for 9 very long months this little request?
Hey, George.
Hey, Joey. Who is this beautiful young lady?
I'm a big fan.
It's my mom, Hilda.
Really?
Hey, Dracula, you can put those fangs away now.
How rude of me. Let me introduce you to the girls. Over here, that is the beautiful Dorothy. That is sexy Rose. And over there, hey, baby, that's Sophia.
May I refresh your drink, Georgie?
Oh, baby. And this little hot piece of ass, this is Blanche.
Aren't those the names of the Golden Girls?
I think so. I wish I hadn't just seen that.
Can I offer you a cocktail?
She's good.
How about a dip in the pool?
Clothing is optional. She's too young for you, George.
Can't say I didn't try, right? Here, hold this for me. Hey, girls, who wants to come on down?
That's the second thing I wish I didn't see today.
Now I know why he likes working at The Price is Right. That is definitely his demographic.
That's it, Mom. It's a simple pad, but George says I can stay here as long as I want. Hopefully I'll be getting my own place soon.
Oh, I'm sure you will, Joey. What is it, son? What's wrong?
Nothing, Mom. Everything's okay. It's just, and I'm glad you're here and all, but you just really came at the wrong time. I mean, I broke up with Lisa. I'm living in a guest house. I'm broke. Then after meeting Russell and George, I just don't want you to be disappointed in me. That's all.
Oh, disappointed. Oh, look at me, son. Look at me. I have never, ever been disappointed in you. Now, was I disappointed when you got left back in first grade? And how about when you gave your fourth grade teacher my pearl necklace for, was it Valentine's Day?
I remember that.
When you pooped your pants?
Yeah, okay.
And I had
okay.
to leave
Got
work.
it, Mom. You made your point.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. And I always have been proud of you. You've accomplished so much in your life. You wanted to be a professional boxer and you did it. And then you retired from boxing and you wanted to be a police officer and you did that, and a comedian and you did that. And you've traveled the whole world. You've been to places that most people will never get to see. See, anything that you wanted to do or try, you just went out there and you did it, son.
I never thought of it that way.
When you were a little boy, oh, you dreamt that you were going to buy your mama a house, remember? And you did. Although I made the payments, but you still bought the house.
I guess I got to be specific when I dream.
But I know, my son, and I know that there's something there that you're not telling Mama.
Honestly, Mom, I'm hurt.
What?
You forgot the trunks I gave you at Russell's house.
I didn't forget them. I left them there.
Left them, forgot them. What's the difference?
I left them there on purpose because Russell wanted to surprise you and have them framed and shipped to me.
Seriously? Oh my God, I should have known.
Oh, you thought I forgot them.
I feel like a freaking idiot.
Oh, see, you are an idiot.
You know, Mom, anything I ever did good in life, I did because of you. I knew how hard it was for you to support me and the girls, and no matter what it was, you always gave us what we needed. You even gave me an allowance when I was in junior high school. You remember that?
Oh, wait, how can I forget? It was $5 on Wednesdays.
That's right, Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Shouldn't have been Friday or Monday?
Oh, that's because I got paid for my third job on Tuesdays.
You know, Mom, I always knew how hard it was for you to give me that money. The kids in my school used to think that I was rich, you know, because of my allowance. But I always held my head up high because I always had money in my pocket. Thanks to you.
Oh, son.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, son.
Half Irish, half Italian means I get drunk, then I blow up my own car.
Wow, so many people, and they're all here to see you.
I said I was broke, Mom. I never said I wasn't funny.
I'm so nervous.
Are you guys ready for your headliner?
Okay, Mom, go on stage, all right? Get your seat. Love you.
Like if Obama got in office, they swear to God, Obama would go, oh my God.
Original Latin kings of comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my friend and your headliner, Joey Medina!
All right, everybody, let's hear for Diddy, everybody. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Before we start, I want everyone to say hello to my mother, who's here from New York on her birthday this week. She looks young, right? She looks good. She had me at a really young age. We actually went to the same high school at the same time. That's how young. And you can't say no to your mom when she wants to cheat off your test. You know what I'm saying? That's just. And whatever you do, don't take your mother to like a millionaire's friend's house. That does not make you look good at all. That's what I'm saying.
Here you go, Mom. It's a lot lighter than when you first got here, too.
Oh, baby, thank you for the best birthday present a mother could ask for, spending time with her son.
How about the Rolex that Russell gave you?
Oh, well, that's a close second.
I'm glad you came, Mom. The next time, leave the producer home, all right?
Love, baby. And now you stay on your diet.
I will.
All right.
All right. Tell the sisters I love them, all right?
All right, Mom, I love you. I love Wednesdays.
What the hell's wrong with this car now? I'm really screwed. How the hell does this thing work?
Joey, what's up, man?
Hey, Nick, what's up?
You need any help?
No, I'm good. Yeah, everything's fine.
All right, peace.
Hey, did you get that dick pic I sent? Shit, what
Dude, I love that, man. I freaking
Thanks,
Justin
brother.
Bieber, dude. I freaking love that.
Dude, that was incredible.
It's so it hit as a comic. It hits.
Here comes that weird noise again. I'm going to have to translate.
It's the government.
I get
But
my
Jo-
cheese and my internet from the government.
Joey, I love how it just hits the core. Like you got Ruben Paul giving away a gig, and you're like, yeah, I'll take that gig, no problem.
Oh my God. Wait.
And everything, man. And then you like the ups and downs of like being friends with Russell Peters, but you know you want to be on.
Okay, it's hard to hear you. It's weird every time we
Can
get
you
back.
can you hear me?
It's like, blah.
How about now?
So I'm trying to. Yeah.
Are we good, Joey? Is it the cookies?
I don't know.
Are you full cookie now?
Maybe you could just put up some emojis.
Hold on,
and tell me
Dustin,
what you
let me get
think
rid of
you
you. Now?
Now it's better. Now it's better. It's better. It's good. I can hear you guys now. Yeah. Oh wait, come on, Drew.
What's happening?
This
Oh,
is
what's up?
Drew, who was
Hey,
in,
what's
in
up,
the
man?
short in the
How you doing?
show you just
How's it
Drew
going?
was playing
Dude,
Drew.
no, I loved it, man.
It was a stretch. You know,
I like him. He's like, yeah, I've got his number.
Yeah.
You don't have his number? No. That was awesome, man. Totally related as the comic talking about, well, I got 2,500. Well, the first time I got 2,400.
Yeah.
All
right, brother.
Good to see you
My
guys. I'll let
favorite
you do
part
your
was
thing.
how the anytime age and weight was brought up, it was bleeped out as if it was a bad word.
Exactly, because that's
I
the way
loved
I really
it. And
feel
what
about
there's
it.
literally one line where you're like, I can't fuck like I'm bleep, and I love that fuck wasn't bleep, but the
Right.
age was. Like, it was brilliant.
Yeah, because you know the funny part is because when we shot that, right, I thought to myself, I'm like, God, I hate telling my age. I don't want to have to tell my age. But then I thought, I'm like,
Right,
I'm the
exactly.
director. I can do what the fuck I
Exactly.
want. So then I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna bleep it. So even like if you notice in the beginning episode, in the beginning
Yeah, I
scene,
saw
when
that.
I
That
step
was
on the
hilarious.
scale, it's blurred.
I loved
Oh, that's
that.
blurred.
Like that was at first I thought maybe it was like you had shown the label of the scale and you're blurring it out like it was a copyright thing, and then later on I got it.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that. It's the weight. The number. I was blurring.
You know what's
the
great,
I
man?
gotta say, as a mama's boy, that was such a love letter to your mom, and I loved that.
Oh, yeah.
That was brilliant,
Oh,
man.
thank you.
I teared up at the end
Thank
where
you.
she'd left the $5, like because
Ah.
your mom is always your first fan, and she's the one that shows you,
Yeah.
I'll invest in you because I believe in you, and it's beautiful, man. It was great.
Yeah. Thank you. You know what? I out of all the compliments I've received on that show, that is the best one. Thank you. And yeah, and it's because it's true, and all of that was really based on the truth. Like, my mom gave me my $5 a month or a week, and she worked 3 jobs, and all that was true, and all that comes from stories of how my mom, conversations I've had with my mother, and when I wrote that episode, when I wrote that show, I was at a very low point in my life, and I'm like, I just want to open up a little bit, and I kind of want to just let it out there, and whatever happens. I just wanted to feel organic, and I wanted to feel very true and honest, and it was, because this is the thing, and this probably goes on for many people in any kind of limelight, right? Audiences see you, oh, I saw him in a movie, or I saw him on TV.
Right.
So they always assume your life is great. They always assume you have money. They always assume, you're doing wonderful things. But what they don't realize is that doesn't always happen. There's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs. And there's times you have a lot of money, then times you have no money. Then there's times where and it's very few people who reach a level where, oh, now they're set, right? But someone has said this, I forgot who said this, but the only thing harder than getting to the top is staying at the top. And I could attest to that. I've done very well in my life, and I've done very bad in my life. And it sucks when you do bad after. Like I tell people, I go, the worst part about being rich is being poor, because now you know what you're missing.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
I know what lobster tastes like. I know what first class planes are set. I know what 4-star restaurants and 4-star hotels are. And when you don't have that anymore, you're like, ooh, that shit sucks. I wish I had it again. And so that's what that story was. I was basically, with Man of a Funny Age, what I basically did was I tried to pull the curtain on celebrityism or Hollywood or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I tried to pull the curtain and go, look, this is the reality of it. This is the reality of life. And I have a lot of friends, and I'm not going to mention names, but who were millionaires, and now they're struggling.
Right.
They're borrowing a couple of grand here, a couple of grand there, and they used to be millionaires. And again, I'm not going to say names, but it happens. That's the reality of life, man.
Joey, it's okay. You said it in the show. It's Pauly Shore. You can just say it.
Well, it's great, Joey. This whole podcast is like the culmination of Man of a Funny Age at the very end. Everything that we talked about, from your boxing career to getting into comedy, it kind of summed up with Man of the Funny Age at that moment. It's just a beautiful everything. This whole podcast of everything that we talked about with the films that you allowed me to share, man, is just one big amazing circle. And I know COVID has brought us down, and comedy is up and down right now, but we're all going to come back, and we're all going to hit it hard.
And I don't care, and for all those of you that are listening out there who are struggling, man, who trying to make ends meet, who are trying to put food on your table, who are trying to pay rent. I know it's horrible, and my heart freaking goes out to you, because I've been there. But I want you to know, there were times where there were times where I donated plasma every week to eat and to put gas in my car. Wow. And I remember sleeping in my car, because it was my house, and I would sleep in my car and I would cry. I remember I was donating plasma and I would cry, because I'm like, I want more of life than this,
Right.
And then I just remember, I just kept on saying, I'm going to fight it, man. I'm going to live through it. Whatever happens, happens. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that for those of you that are out there, and it doesn't matter. A struggle is a struggle, man. It doesn't matter if you're having a hard time paying for your mortgage or paying for your rent. A struggle is a struggle. And I get it, and I feel you, and I know how it feels like. And I just want to tell you, for all of you that are listening out there who are going through some hard shit, no matter what it is, whether it's financial, emotional, spiritual, whatever it is, you're going to get through it. You just gotta be like Rocky, man. You gotta keep your hands up, and you gotta have that heart, and you gotta get through it, and you just gotta go, I'm gonna fucking win. And the beautiful thing about Rocky was he didn't care about winning. He cared about lasting the distance.
Right.
Respect.
And that's what everyone watching tonight, should be doing. Just stay the distance. Hang in there to the last fucking bell. And I promise you, doesn't matter if you succeed a little bit or succeed a lot. Succeeding is success. And as long as you can succeed a little bit, you won, man. And
chills. I have chills right now, dude.
My heart goes out to you. My prayers go out to you. And I'm so proud of you. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you fail. You know what you do? You fail and you get back up and you fucking go try again. And that's the way that's how life works.
Oh, wow. That is a great way to end this podcast. Usually I have like a different ending, but this is, first of all, Joey, thank you so much for being on this show. By the way, folks, if you want to follow Joey, go to Instagram, Joey Medina Comic.
Yes.
Please follow him. Follow his movies. Add him on YouTube. Also follow Dustin Wood at Instagram at Adorable Dustin Wood. Thank you, Dustin. And ladies and gentlemen, please donate to the show at Venmo Mike-Betancourt-5. Donate to the show.
He's doing a great job. Donate.
Thank you very much. And also for if you guys missed, we're streaming live right now. If you missed it, all episodes will be on youtube.com/MikeBComedy, especially this one. This has been a very, very fun, phenomenal, wonderful show. And I can't thank you enough, Joey. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for asking me, man. I really
dude. Yeah. First of all, did the edibles kick in yet? Are you good?
Oh, yeah.
Well, dude, I want to end on this last final note. I'm not going to say what you said. That was beautiful, but I like to finish it off with a prayer to all my guests that come up here. But I'm not going to say it. It's a prayer from Sam Elliott. So here we go. And now, a prayer from Sam Elliott.
Dear Heavenly Father, give me the strength, for I don't have any patience for stupidity anymore. Everywhere I go, I see someone doing something stupid, and I just want to smack them across the head, but I can't, dear Father, for you are the dude of this universe. Dear Lord, we're in a pandemic, and I'm starting to lose my cool. All I want to do is sit in my leather chair, smoke a Marlboro Red, and drink a beer. Coors, America's beer. Lone Star Barbecue. Amen.
There we go, Joey.
You gotta love Sam Elliott, man.
You gotta love Sam Elliott one last time, Joey. Go in the distance. When you go the distance with Joey, you go all the way.
Joey, please, when I get everything out, please tell everybody about this episode because it's a phenomenal episode.
Man. Send me all the links and shit.
I'll send you everything. Yeah, absolutely. Dustin, thank you again for your time.
Thank you,
really
Joey.
It
was an honor meeting you, brother.
Oh, it's my pleasure meeting you, Dustin. Thank you so much, brother.
No Joey, problem, we'll be working together again soon, my friend.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to it.
I look forward to it.
All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Everybody that was watching, thank you so much and have a wonderful night.
Peace.
Me, myself, and I.
One more time for Joey Medina, ladies and gentlemen.
It's me, myself, and
I. Adorable Dustin Wood. This has been a very, very phenomenal show. So do what Joey says. Go the distance. See, I stumbled, but I kept going. I failed on that last thing I said, but I kept going. That's what happens. You stumble, you fail, and you go the distance. All right, folks. Have a good night.